Hi. The act I chose to write about is the Adam Walsh Child Protection Act. It's a federal policy that's put to protect the general public as well as minors from violent sex criminals. The act was first put on the 25th anniversary of Adam Walsh, who was a child that had been sexually abused and raped, and he was found dead 16 days later once he was abducted from a shopping center. The signing of this act was intended to help people, not just children, but as well as parents. It's supposed to help protect them emotionally and physically, as it's hard and there's a lot of torture, and I can't imagine how the children must feel like if they get away, or even in the moment. Like, not one person would ever want to experience that, and no parent would want to experience that as well. The main purpose is to ensure that the offenders refrain from committing the crime again, from future sex offenses. How they do this is they categorize it into tiers, and each tier has its mandatory, like, kind of like a sentence. So after they're released from their imprisonment, depending on how bad, I guess you could say, the case is, they have to still be known as a sex offender. Like, it's going to follow them for forever. For example, since there's 3 tiers, so in one tier they'd have to register their details and like their whereabouts to officers every 6 months. For tier 2, for tier 3 it's every, I believe, 3 months, then 6 months, and then yearly. So in those tiers they have to respectively give their whereabouts, and if they refuse, they get a life sentence. However, there are some people who do these crimes and they get out of prison and they're homeless. So it's a little hard to keep track of them, but they still have to update their whereabouts. This policy is supposed to create a safer environment. I truly believe that. I don't see anything wrong with this policy. It is currently enacted into 17 states. In those 17 states, like, it's been great. It keeps everyone around aware of their surroundings, of the people around them. For example, like, let's say you want to buy a home, and you want to know who your neighbors are, and your neighbor's not gonna be like, "Hey, I'm a sex offender." Like, so it's important that this act continues, and it just goes on. So I truly believe that this act only benefits people. I don't see any negatives into it. It keeps people aware of their surroundings, of the people around them. It also allows sex offenders to always kind of be reminded of what they did and have consequences. And I'm only excited to see it continue to grow and go into different states. Thank you.